Hi everyone, it is time for practice time with Ms. Rhona. If this is your first time on the channel, this is a series where I open up my practice room to the world. So before we get going, I'm just going to put up my due diligence screen. And just to reiterate that the music that I'll be sharing here and working through, not my own. The copyright holders remain the copyright holders. Everything is just being shared for educational purposes and falls under the Fair Use Clause of the Canadian Copyright Act. Today we are going to be looking at Cherry Blossom by October. So it's I think a K-pop song, if I am not mistaken. Now one of the things that I am planning on changing with the series is and you've probably seen this if you've checked out some of last month's, is just focusing on one piece or one question and just really deconstructing it. So if you like this format, drop a comment and let me know. If you have suggestions for other ideas, let me know as well. But let's just jump right in. Okay, so let's take a quick look before I start practicing. It's always good to study the form. So I'll put a link down below to this arrangement. So if you are familiar with canon and D, there's like an 8-chord progression that just repeats over and over. So here it is similar. I just want to grab my pencil. Okay, so yeah, if you take a look here, that's a G flat major chord. And then I'm going to A flat, E flat minor, coming back up to D flat major. The chord progression repeats. So G flat, A flat, B flat minor, and D flat major. D flat major. So that makes learning rather easy, and it's really important to start picking these patterns because it helps you learn the piece far more quickly and understand the piece. One thing my student and I have been challenged by is sometimes both of us forget where our hands are supposed to be. This pattern or this theme continues a bit, and then we've got this little bridge or transition. So well, we'll just call this like part A. And then we got a totally different theme. So yeah, listen for that. So that opening theme is this makes me want to go to Japan and watch the cherry blossoms fall. But we're in the middle of a pandemic and traveling would not be good. Okay, so we got a bridge there, a little transition bit. Here's the second section. Not an octave higher. Okay, as written. And then one and two and three and then that, that kind of repeats a little bit. Some variation. And then we come back to that theme, which is in here. It's part of the original theme. It's, I think, more like that bridge theme, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Yes, that's the bridge. Which is really just a transition. Well, and then we come back to that B theme. Da, 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 da. Oh, I don't know why I put a flat there. Sorry. Then we come back to the second theme. And that's the ending. I'm just trying to see where that B section ends. And then this is the coda. or the tail end, and it's got some similarities to that transition theme, right? The it is also there. Okay, cool. So now we've got the structure of the piece down. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to sight read through the whole thing. I've only looked at parts, so I'll just stumble on through and probably stop at the end of each of those transitions, those sections, and kind of comment on it. So yeah, right away, trying to think an octave higher. Boy, that's kind of odd. Okay. So I'm not going to worry about fingering with sight reading. I'm just trying to get through it and get a sense. Minimalist. This is very repetitive. Okay, that I'll have to deal with later. I did a bad thing there. I should have kept going. So that I'm going to have to drill, and then as written. Repeat. This could be the chorus, actually. Hey, are there lyrics to this? Does anyone know? And this could be second verse. Huh, interesting. Just that hand. That is awkward. I wonder if that is supposed to be right hand an octave higher. Otherwise, I'm sharing there. Oh, that should be down here now. You just have to plow through, regardless. That's the hard part. it's written in, but I would think this would be more delicate. That I'm gonna have to drill. I knew it. I just knew it. Okay. This is pretty. Alright. Okay, so she wants us to look at this spot here, if I can find. Let's grab a box. Okay. So that spot and this line and here. Okay, so rhythm-wise, let's just deal with that. So the rhythms is the biggest challenge that my students having. So I'm just going to take a look at those 2 bars. We'll treat that as one unit. So you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that caught me off guard there for a sec. Okay, so I'm going to clap that rhythm again and just try to really nail that before adding the left hand to it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so left hand, we got. If I'm just going to chord it. Oh, but up here. Let's try 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Ah! So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There you go. Next step will be to just try to piece that all together. So we got 1. Tempted to play that an octave higher. 1, 2. That will need a bit of repetition. So the next part will be, well, the next 2 bars are the exact same. So I think we should drill where it changes. So clapping the right hand first. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, oh, miscounted. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's that pattern. Left hand is pretty darn straightforward. So try to piece that together too. Oh, octave higher again. I didn't think that through, so let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you just gotta do that. Okay, one more time. Almost. It was just that last note. Okay, I have another chance. I can try getting it in the second line, which is mostly the same. So, but just down here. The other spot I think my students or anyone learning will have challenges on, well, is that bridge. So we're just going to drill that bridge. Maybe. Okay, so rhythm-wise, let's just break that down. So you go, right hand has 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Left hand has that same pattern from the beginning, so let's just jump in nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3. Now on the repeat, I would highly recommend doing something different. So I just put the soft pedal down. I had a wrong note there. And then, do we go through that rhythm? This one? That's pretty. That was really, really pretty. Alright, so that was a quick deconstruction of Cherry Blossom, or Sakura in Japanese, composed and performed by October. So a couple of changes. So first off, I'm still going to post videos weekly to the studio channel. I'm just going to drop down to 1 a week though, so that means I'm going to be alternating between the practice time and a teacher demo. So whether it's the Tech Tuesday one, which will just wind up being a Tech Friday one, or a demo of one of the student pieces. That's just mainly to just try to keep a healthier work-life balance. The reality is content creation takes a lot of time, far more than I thought it would. Teaching, especially when I've got a lot of intermediate and advanced students, and they're doing advanced harmony as well. That takes way more time and prep work. And then admin work just always needs to get done. So yeah, hopefully that'll work out well, still enabling my students and I to share content, quality content, without me racing to get it done and being sloppy about it, and just balance everything. If there's anything that I've learned, you have to really keep everything as balanced as can be, because things like weather changes can throw things through a loop. Well, life happens. That can also throw you through a loop. The other big thing that I'm going to share is, unfortunately, the collaborative music practice time episode is going to have to be postponed, but it's for a good reason. So I will be doing a presentation, co-presenting for a webinar later this month for Conservatory Canada, one of the groups that gave me the 2013 Tech Teacher Award. So I'll be co-presenting with 2 other teachers, and we will be sharing different options for online recitals. They'll be sharing what they've been going through, and if you've checked out this channel, then you'll see that my students and I have gone the way of live streaming recitals and other studio events. So that's what I'll be working on. That is actually kind of interesting preparing for this presentation, because I'm doing a vlog series giving a behind-the-scenes look of organizing an online recital that we are live streaming. So that's basically why I need the time to get that done properly. So that's that. Yes, if this is your first time on the channel, please check out some of the other content, the demos, the practice time with Miss Rhona specials, and if you have any ideas for next time, drop them down. Do like, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff that will help the channel and also help the YouTube algorithm recognize what you would like to see in your feed. So, till next time, take care, stay healthy, catch you in the next video.